Alright, hey guys, how's it going? I hope it's well. I hope it's fun, as usual. Today I'm here to bring you a small little video for my mini December series that I created calling Preparing for 2017. As always, super creative name coming from me. Today's video is going to be about reincorporating old pieces into your wardrobe. I know I've talked a little bit about decluttering and stuff like that, not a whole lot, because I'm kind of still like in the beginning processes myself, but like I said, I'm in the beginning processes myself, so I have actually been going through like all my stuff a ton. It kind of lasted like all of summer, and now that I'm at school, I like felt like I had my wardrobe down to what I wanted it to be, but as the cold came and winter started to come after me, I realized I had given up so much of my like winter clothing, or it's not even like real winter clothing, but just like warmer clothing, and I gave myself so few options to wear. Like I felt like I gave away everything that wasn't my t-shirts or tank tops and like maybe a few sweaters. Like I literally left myself with like 2 or 3 sweaters for all of winter. So it was just kind of like, what did you do? You screwed up so bad. Good part is, I didn't entirely give everything away yet. I still had everything sitting in bags in my room at home because I hadn't had the opportunity to run it to any sort of donation place before I went back to school, because it was like a mad dash to get everything in my room put where it needed to be cleaned, so my parents and family didn't have to worry about it for, 3 or 4 months. So when I went home, the first thing I did was literally dig through those bags and I reassessed like everything. And I managed to pull not a lot, but like a good amount back into my wardrobe. And I kind of realized, like, because for a little bit there, I was like, oh my god, like, am I gonna have to go shopping? Like, am I gonna have this huge list Black Friday of stuff I need? And I was like, that's so much money. Like, that was so stupid of me. Like, can I figure anything out? And so I literally dug through everything. And if I had even like the slightest inkling of like enjoyment for the piece that I was holding, I kept it and put it in a pile and was like, I'm gonna look at this, I'm gonna figure out outfits, and if I can, I'm gonna keep it. So that's pretty much what I spent the first day of my Thanksgiving break doing, was going through my old clothing and being like, is there any way I can reincorporate this? Obviously, I wasn't just trying to keep every piece. I still gave 2 huge bags to the donation place like around me, and I honestly just I didn't really keep a whole lot. I still definitely gave away a ton, but I thought through more what I was giving away. So my first tip would have to be, don't give away clothing that isn't in its season. So if you're in summer and you're trying to cull your wardrobe, look at your summer pieces, okay? Do not look through your winter pieces, because you might realize you need them more than you think you do. Like, because I remember when I was looking through my closet, I was doing it middle of summer, so it is like 80 degrees every day, but then in winter it drops to like 0 some days. So I was like not thinking about it, and I was like, oh, like when's the last time I've worn this? Because I'm just thinking maybe I didn't wear it a whole lot last winter, but am I really remembering it accurately? Am I really thinking about, like, was it just not that cold last winter so I didn't need it as much? Like, our winters fluctuate. Some winters it's really weirdly warm, some winters it's freezing every day, and like places are shut down because roads are so bad, and so it's just like it can be anywhere. So like I really have to have clothing to prepare for it. So definitely never throw out clothing that isn't in its season. Second tip, when you're going through clothing, I'm sure you've heard many people said this, if you've heard anything about decluttering, getting rid of stuff, make sure you take every piece out of your closet, set it out, like take the time to like look at it individually. If you take it out of the closet setting, it'll make you actually think about, okay, do I want to put this back in my closet? If you're just looking at it through your closet, like, then you can just nonchalantly like swipe it away, like push it down farther the rack, like you're like, whatever, like I'll take care of it someday. Remove it from your closet, take it off the hanger, set it out, and be like, do I like this piece? Do I not like this piece? And like try to think about the piece. So I don't even know what I was gonna say. My next tip would try to be like, be creative, I guess, with your clothing, or try and see like the versatility in a piece. Like, I know we've all heard 100 bajillion times how versatile a t-shirt is. I'm pretty sure, no, I just had this in my closet, I wasn't about to get rid of it, but like this t-shirt I have used for absolutely everything. I sleep in it, I wear it out just like to hang out. I've put blazers on top of it. I've put like literally anything. Like it comes down to realizing the versatility in a piece and seeing like, can you use it for multiple occasions, stuff like that. And even if like, say you have a piece that you're like, I feel like you've run out of ideas on it. Like literally what I've done is I literally, if I like the piece or like I feel like I shouldn't be getting rid of it, but I'm like, what can I do with this? I'll put it on in the moment and I will literally throw on anything I can think of. Like if I'm like, oh, what if I just did this? Oh, what if I just did this? And I will try on these different outfits. And some people might think I don't have the time for that, like this is ridiculous. And I mean, that's fine. I enjoy putting outfits together. So it's like a hobby for me in my free time to be like trying on outfits and seeing how things work together. So I really enjoy that. I know some people hate that. They're like, why would I spend time just staring at clothing in my mirror? But in my mindset, it's better to try and figure out how to fix it in to your wardrobe if you can, than go out and spend the money on something else. So another tip I have is don't get rid of everyday pieces. For the longest time, I was telling myself that I have this crazy, unique look and I shouldn't be owning everyday pieces, which I don't know why I ever told myself that because it was so stupid. I definitely will say that I don't dress so normal. For the longest time, I thought I should just get rid of anything plain basic and stuff I don't wear, which was so stupid because my favorite thing to do in the world is layer, and which as most people's are because layering is like a necessity, especially in the colder months. And for some reason, I was getting rid of the such simplest pieces, and then I'd walk around and be like, I have nothing that goes together because I have nothing to keep it as a base so that everything matches that piece. Like, what was I thinking? So literally out of my bag, I pulled out this like almost like a heather gray, like a heathered look bodysuit. Like this I had to re-pull out. And these are like my version of basics. So like, it may not be yours, but for me, these are like plain clothing. I pulled out this little kind of sweater shirt. It's like a heavier shirt, just with a simple zipper design. Like stuff like this, do not get rid of because it is so necessary to have basics. And I know some people build their entire outfit around, their entire wardrobe around basics, which is genius. Like that is so smart. You are saving money. It is so easy to put outfits together because everything goes together. I'm absolutely like all for it. It's just I love unique pieces. I love having kind of a weird, quirky outfit. It's my favorite thing. So for me, I just keep basics around to build off of. But it's absolutely entirely, it is great if you can pull off an all basics outfit. I think it looks fantastic on so many people. I just really enjoy the kind of crazy out there look. So it's just not for me. Maybe in the future, who knows? I don't know. But this is me for now. Okay. And my last kind of final tip for people who are considering getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff and you like, I don't know, just like taking the time to look at all of it. Within the stuff that you say you're getting rid of a piece of clothing because you can't find anything to go with it. What I did was when I pulled my clothing back out from the bags, I would look at clothing and I'd be like, I really like that piece, but I just had so much trouble like finding something to go with it, which some people would say just was an error in shopping because certainly when you're there, you should go, do I have anything to go with it? Naturally. But sometimes you like honest to God think you do and you purchase it and then you go home and realize you don't like the look of things together. So that happens. It actually happened to me with this skirt. It's just like a mesh box pleated, not quite a midi, but like a little shorter than a midi. I don't really know the length of that, but it's this really cool like mesh skirt. And I bought this and thinking I had stuff to go with it, and then I got home and I didn't like any of it. So what I did is I literally went through the other clothing that I couldn't seem to find pairs of, or other clothing that I just was thinking of getting rid of, and I would put it on top of like every single piece of clothing that I was considering getting rid of. Obviously, sometimes this just isn't possible because, again, sometimes we truly just don't have a piece we like that goes with it, so you can either get rid of the piece or you can buy a piece to go with it. Either one's an option. Sometimes this theory that I have right now doesn't work out, but for me, I had 2 bodysuits that I was in the process of debating getting rid of, and sometimes it just doesn't click when you're there staring at your whole closet. Sometimes it takes everything to be laid out on the floor and you're just like, I literally was just setting my skirt like in front of every single thing. I was like, oh, how does it go with this? How does it go with this? I realized I had these two bodysuits sitting out that I was debating getting rid of, either just because I felt I'd had them for so long and that they just weren't serving their purpose anymore, or that I'm 19 years old and shouldn't be wearing a skeleton bodysuit. But I put them on top of it and I was like, oh my god, I'm so stupid. Like, why wouldn't I think of that? It's just a bodysuit and a skirt. That's so simple. And so I kept both of them because mostly I said, screw it. I like this skeleton bodysuit and I'm 19 and don't care. So I literally wore this on Thanksgiving, actually. This was my Thanksgiving outfit. But yeah, so like I feel like it's so easy to rebuild your wardrobe from things you already have, and nothing wants to stay on the hanger. I'd say it's a lot simpler than it seems to reincorporate old pieces into your wardrobe. There's pieces that I've had for like years that I just stare at and I'm like, okay, I had it figured out in high school what I would do with this, but like now I'm in college, I'm a little more mature, my style's changed, which like obviously that's just part of life. Sometimes there's ways you can reincorporate it, sometimes there's just nothing you can do, and it's better to pass it on to someone who can get more use out of it. Absolutely. Like, I'm not dishing on getting rid of clothing. I just got rid of a ton of clothing, so both are great options. I would just say definitely take the time to think about, do you really need to get rid of this, or would it be useful to keep it on a little while longer to determine if you actually aren't using it? Because then once you get rid of it, like, it's gone and you have to spend the money to replace it, which is ridiculous. I've done that to myself so many times. It's ridiculous, and I try to put a lot more thought into getting rid of my stuff. And knowing that, like, I do not want it, I want someone else to use it, I'm getting zero purpose out of it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I would really appreciate if you came back around again. For December, I'm posting every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but normally I just post Wednesdays. This Monday and Friday is part of my This Monday and Friday is part of my mini December series. Oh my goodness. This Monday and Friday is part of my mini December series titled Preparing for 2017, and Wednesday videos are still my normal videos, which either pertain to fashion, lifestyle. Well, it's pretty much like Monday and Friday videos are stuff I would post about, but I'm just having them be very specific for this. So I really will post anything on Wednesdays. It's kind of like art related, beauty related, fashion related, lifestyle related. Right now it's Christmas, idea related. So I really hope you can check all those videos out. As always, I will be back next week, and I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, as always, have faith, have fun, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!